There are moments when life feels as if nothing is moving. You want more peace, more success, more love, more freedom. You have a vision inside you, but the distance between where you are and where you want to be feels enormous. So you search for the secret. You ask, what should I do? What should I say? How do I make my desires become real? But perhaps the deeper question is not how to force life to give you what you want. Perhaps the real question is, who are you becoming while you wait? Today, I want to share 2 simple words. 2 words that can change the direction of your mind. 2 words you do not need to announce. You do not need to post them. You do not need to explain them. You do not need to tell your friends, your family, or the people who doubt you. Keep them quiet. Say them to yourself. The 2 words are, it's coming. Many people spend years chasing the life they want without realizing that chasing and preparing are not the same thing. Chasing often comes from fear. It comes from the belief that if you do not grab something immediately, you will lose it forever. So you run after opportunities, attention, success, relationships, recognition, and validation. Your mind becomes restless because you are always looking outside yourself for the next thing that will finally make you feel complete. But the more desperately you chase, the more easily you lose your center. A person who is constantly chasing rarely has peace. They are always watching what everyone else is doing. They compare their progress to other people. They become impatient when someone else succeeds faster. They begin to believe that life is unfair because the results they want have not arrived yet. But perhaps the problem is not that life has forgotten you. Perhaps you are simply spending too much energy chasing the result and not enough energy preparing yourself for it. Ask yourself honestly, if the opportunity you want appeared in front of you tomorrow, would you be ready for it? If success arrived tomorrow, would you have the discipline to maintain it? If the relationship you desire arrived tomorrow, would you have the emotional maturity to protect it? If more money entered your life tomorrow, would you have the wisdom to manage it? If the door you have been praying for suddenly opened, would your mind be strong enough to walk through it? These are important questions because many people want the reward without developing the person who can carry the responsibility that comes with it. They want the destination, but they resist the transformation required to reach it. They want a new life while continuing to practice the habits that created the old one. Preparation is quiet. It is not always exciting. Nobody may notice when you wake up earlier to improve yourself. Nobody may applaud when you practice a skill for the 100th time. Nobody may know that you are learning to control your emotions, changing your habits, protecting your time, or rebuilding your confidence. But this is where real change begins. The person who is preparing does not need to panic. They understand that every day can be used to become stronger. Every rejection can teach them something. Every delay can reveal an area that needs improvement. Every difficult season can build a deeper level of patience. Instead of asking life, why has it not happened yet? They begin asking themselves, what can I do today to become more ready? That question changes everything because suddenly waiting is no longer empty. Waiting becomes training. You are not simply standing still while hoping for something to happen. You are using the time to build yourself. You are developing the qualities that your future will demand from you. You are learning things that may become useful later. You are strengthening parts of yourself that were once weak. Sometimes what you call a delay is actually preparation. You may think you are being denied while life is giving you time to grow. You may think you are behind while you are learning lessons that will help you survive when you finally arrive where you want to be. This is why you must stop chasing every moment of your future and start preparing for it. Do not spend all your energy asking when the opportunity will come. Become the person who is ready to recognize it. Do not desperately chase confidence. Practice the habits that create confidence. Do not chase success through constant comparison. Develop the discipline that success requires. Do not chase respect from everyone around you. Become someone who respects their own time, values, and standards. Your preparation is happening long before the visible result. The work you do in private is shaping the person who will one day stand in public. The discipline you practice when nobody is watching is building a foundation that attention cannot create. So, when you feel impatient, remind yourself that you do not need to chase everything you want. Some things become more possible as you become more prepared. You this moment, you this day, use the time you have now. Learn, practice, grow, strengthen yourself, and quietly keep reminding yourself, it's coming. There is a powerful difference between having a dream and constantly talking about that dream. When something matters deeply to you, the natural desire is to share it. You want people to know what you are planning. You want encouragement. You want someone to tell you that you are making the right decision. Sometimes you even announce your goals because hearing yourself speak about them makes you feel as if you have already taken a step toward them. But words are not the same as action. Not every dream needs an audience. Some things become stronger when you protect them from unnecessary opinions. When you tell everyone what you are planning, you open the door to everyone else's expectations, doubts, comparisons, and judgments. One person may tell you that your idea is unrealistic. Another may question your ability. Someone else may compare your journey with another person's journey. Even if they mean well, their words can enter your mind and create uncertainty. Your vision is precious, especially when it is still developing. Think about the seed. You do not dig it up every morning to show everyone whether it is growing. You place it in the soil, give it water, give it time, and allow the process to happen beneath the surface. Your goals can be like that. They need attention, discipline, patience, and protection. Silence does not mean you are ashamed of your dream. It means you understand that your energy is limited and you would rather spend that energy building than explaining. There is also another reason to keep your vision quiet. People can become attached to the version of you they already know. When you begin changing, they may not understand it. You may decide to become more disciplined, more private, more focused, or more ambitious. Suddenly, people who were comfortable with the old version of you may question the new one. You do not have to convince them. You do not need permission to grow. You do not need everyone to understand why you are choosing a different path. Sometimes The strongest response is simply to continue. Let your actions become your explanation. If you are building something meaningful, protect your attention. Stop checking whether everyone approves. Stop looking for applause before the work is finished. Stop announcing every small step just to receive temporary validation. There is a certain strength that develops when you learn to work without being watched. You begin to discover whether you truly want the goal or whether you only wanted the attention associated with it. You learn to stay committed, even when nobody praises you. You learn to continue when there are no likes, comments, compliments, or encouraging words. This is where your relationship with yourself becomes stronger. You start trusting your own judgment. You become less dependent on outside approval, and you realize that not every important thing in your life needs to be explained publicly. Keep your plans close when they are still fragile. Share them with people you genuinely trust when necessary, but do not feel obligated to give everyone access to your dreams. Work quietly, improve quietly, learn quietly, build quietly. Let people notice the transformation when it becomes impossible to ignore. Until then, you can keep your vision in your heart, your discipline in your routine, and your attention on the next step. When doubt appears, you do not need to run to everyone for reassurance. Return to yourself. Remember why you started. Take another step and quietly say, "It's coming." Trusting the process does not mean sitting still and waiting for life to change. It means accepting that some things require time while continuing to take responsibility for what you can control. There is a difference between patience and passivity. Patience keeps you moving without demanding immediate results. Passivity keeps you waiting for results without doing the work. When you truly trust your path, you stop asking every day, "Why hasn't it happened yet?" Instead, you begin asking, "What can I improve today?" That small change in thinking can completely transform your relationship with time. You may not be able to control when an opportunity appears, but you can control whether you are prepared for it. You cannot control how another person treats you, but you can control the standards you set for yourself. You cannot control every outcome, but you can control your effort, your discipline, your choices, and your response to difficulty. Sometimes life will give you a rejection. Sometimes a plan will fail. Sometimes something you deeply wanted will take much longer than expected. In those moments, the mind wants an immediate explanation. It wants to believe that the delay means you are not good enough or that your dream is impossible. But a delay is not always a denial. Sometimes you need more knowledge. Sometimes you need more experience. Sometimes you need to develop patience. Sometimes the path itself needs to change. Instead of allowing disappointment to make you stop, use it as information. Ask yourself what the experience is teaching you. Look at what went wrong without attacking yourself. Adjust your approach and continue. Real trust is active. You work while you wait. You learn while you wait. You improve while you wait. You become stronger while you wait. And because you are growing, the waiting period is not wasted. Do not demand that life show you the entire road before you take the next step. You may not know exactly how everything will unfold. You only need enough clarity to take the next meaningful action. Keep moving with patience. Keep working without desperation. Keep believing without abandoning reality. When fear asks, "What if it never happens?" bring your attention back to what you can do today. Take the next step, then another, and quietly remind yourself, it's coming. Your mind is one of the most powerful forces shaping the direction of your life. Before an external situation changes, your internal world often changes first. Yet many people allow fear and doubt to occupy their minds without questioning them. A thought appears, and immediately they believe it. They think, "I am not good enough. I am too late. Nothing will ever change, or maybe I should give up." But a thought is not a fact, and fear is not a prediction of your future. You must learn to create distance between yourself and the thoughts that try to control you. When something does not happen as quickly as you expected, your mind may create a negative story around it. You may see someone else succeeding and immediately decide that you are falling behind. You may experience rejection and interpret it as proof that you are incapable. You may face one difficult season and convince yourself that your entire future will look the same. This is how doubt grows. It rarely arrives as one enormous thought. It usually enters through small statements repeated every day. I can't. I'm behind. I'm not ready. It will never happen. The more often you repeat these ideas, the more familiar they become. Eventually, they can feel like truth. This is why you must become careful about what you repeatedly tell yourself. Instead of asking, "What if everything goes wrong?" ask, "What can I do about what is happening right now?" Instead of saying, "I am not capable," say, "I am still learning." Instead of saying, "I am too late," remind yourself, "My path does not need to look like someone else's." You are not required to eliminate every fearful thought. You are required to stop allowing every fearful thought to make your decisions. There will be days when you feel uncertain. There will be moments when your confidence disappears. That does not mean you have lost your direction. It means you are human. Protecting your mind means choosing where you place your attention. Spend less time comparing. Spend less time seeking approval. Spend less time imagining the worst possible outcome. Spend more time learning, practicing, reflecting, and taking meaningful action. Your external circumstances may not change overnight, but your relationship with those circumstances can change immediately. When fear becomes loud, become still, breathe, observe the thought, ask whether it is actually true, then return your attention to what you can control. You do not need perfect certainty to keep moving. You only need enough courage to take the next step. And when your mind whispers that nothing is happening, quietly remind yourself, it's coming. There is a deeper side to wanting something that many people overlook. We spend so much time thinking about what we want to receive that we forget to ask who we need to become in order to handle it. We want success, but are we prepared for the responsibility that comes with success? We want love, but have we learned how to communicate, set boundaries, and respect ourselves? We want freedom, but have we developed the discipline required to manage that freedom? We want a peaceful life, but are we still creating unnecessary chaos through our habits and choices? Your desire may point toward your future, But your character determines whether you are ready to live in that future. Imagine receiving everything you have been asking for tomorrow. Imagine the opportunity finally arrives. The door opens. The person you hope to meet enters your life. The financial opportunity appears. The recognition comes. Would the version of you that exists today know how to handle it? This is an important question because sometimes the waiting period is not punishment. It is preparation. You may be developing patience because your future will require patience. You may be learning discipline because your future will demand consistency. You may be experiencing rejection because you need to become stronger before handling greater responsibility. You may be learning to stand alone because the next stage of your life will require you to trust your own decisions. Instead of becoming frustrated with the time it takes, use that time to develop yourself. If you want confidence, keep promises to yourself. Wake up when you said you would. Finish the task you wanted to avoid. Speak to yourself with respect. Every time you follow through, you send yourself a message. I can trust myself. If you want success, build habits that support success before success arrives. Learn, practice, improve your skills, become comfortable with consistency even when there is no immediate reward. If you want healthy relationships, work on the way you communicate. Learn to recognize unhealthy patterns. Learn when to speak and when to remain silent. Learn that loving someone does not mean abandoning yourself. If you want peace, begin removing the habits that constantly disturb your mind. You cannot build inner peace while continuously feeding yourself comparison, unnecessary drama, resentment, and fear. This is what becoming ready looks like. It is not always dramatic. Sometimes it looks like saying no when you used to say yes out of fear. Sometimes it looks like walking away from something that repeatedly drains you. Sometimes it means choosing discipline when comfort feels easier. Sometimes it means spending an evening learning instead of seeking distraction. Sometimes it means continuing to work on yourself, even though nobody knows how hard you are trying. Your future life will require a future version of you. That version does not appear magically when your circumstances change. You create that version through small decisions, repeated consistently. Every choice is training. Every difficult moment can strengthen you. Every mistake can teach you. Every day gives you another opportunity to become more capable, more focused, more patient, and more grounded. So, when you say, "It's coming," do not use those words as an excuse to wait passively. Let them become a reminder that you have preparation to do. Your job is to become stronger before the responsibility becomes larger, become wiser before the opportunity becomes greater. Become emotionally stable before asking for a relationship that requires stability. Become disciplined before asking for a life that requires discipline. Become comfortable with yourself before expecting another person to complete you. The goal is not simply to receive what you desire. The goal is to become the kind of person who can receive it without losing themselves. That transformation happens quietly, through ordinary days, ordinary choices, and moments when nobody is watching. Keep learning. Keep refining yourself. Keep strengthening the habits that support the person you want to become. And whenever you feel that nothing is changing, look at yourself again. Perhaps the first thing changing is you. Maybe you have been waiting for a sign. Maybe you have been asking when your life will finally change, when the opportunity will arrive, when the right person will appear, when your hard work will finally become visible. But perhaps the sign is not something outside of you. Perhaps the sign is the person you are becoming. Remember the 2 words. It's coming. Say them quietly, not because 2 words can magically control the universe, but because they can remind you to remain patient, focused, and committed to your path. Stop chasing everything from a place of fear. Start preparing. Protect the dreams that are still growing inside you. You do not need to announce every plan. You do not need everyone's approval. You do not need to prove yourself to people who cannot see what you see. Work quietly. Let your discipline become louder than your promises. Trust the process, but never confuse patience with doing nothing. While you wait, learn. While you wait, improve. While you wait, become stronger. And when fear tells you that nothing is happening, remember that not all progress can be seen. Some of the most important changes happen silently. Your confidence grows silently. Your discipline grows silently. Your wisdom grows silently. Your character grows silently. And one day, what was once invisible begins to appear in your life. So stop asking, why isn't it here yet? Ask instead, who am I becoming while I wait? Because the future you desire will require a stronger version of you. Become ready for it. Prepare for it. Protect your mind. Protect your energy. Protect your vision. And keep moving forward, even when the road is unclear. You don't need to know exactly when everything will happen. You only need to keep taking the next right step. And when nobody understands your journey, when the results are still invisible, when doubt tries to convince you to stop, return to those 2 quiet words. It's coming. Now go and become ready for it.